Now, you guys mentioned Mel Brooks. Aside from Spaceballs, what are some of the other pictures of his that you're particularly, I don't know, I guess, influenced by or that you loved?
I mean, just everything. He's just
The Producers
the
is like
best.
the craziest movie ever. I was literally just on vacation with my wife eating dinner, and I literally turned to her and was just like, The Producers is a fucking crazy movie. I just started thinking of it. He I mean, I think, yeah, I mean, he just did like crazy shit, and he wasn't afraid to do it. It clearly just made him and his friends laugh really, really hard.
And he also, which is something that we totally just take from him, he tackles really serious issues. Like Blazing Saddles is fucking crazy.
Yeah, and
like they're saying and doing stuff that is kind of nuts, and he just makes it hilarious.
Yeah,
and like digestible to a massive audience. Like the history of the world,
I mean, yeah, same with and the Producers. Yeah, I mean, all those things.
I think those were
crazy.
two of his best films. Now, as a producer, Mel Brooks made some very serious pictures as well.
Yeah, he made The Elephant Man, right? I love that.
He made The Elephant Man.
Yeah.
He made The Fly.
Yeah.
A number of really, seriously dramatic films. Do you guys have interest in producing?
We want to reboot The Fly.
Yeah, we want to do a Fly versus The Elephant Man.
Well, I hope I can get involved in that project with you. That would be great.
In general, we do have plans to do some non-comedic stuff, but we're in no rush to get there. We like action movies.
It's just not as fun. If someone that we loved came to us and was like, "Will you produce this dramatic movie?" then we would for sure do it. But for our money, it's just way more fun to work on stuff that makes you laugh really hard all day, and it's almost like procedurally. Over the last few years, we've learned what types of movies we have the most fun making, and you spend most of your time on the set of the movies, that's what your day mostly is, or watching the movie or talking about the movie. So
yeah, it does make me respect people who make movies like 12 Years a Slave. So I
they're
couldn't,
taking
I couldn't
a hit
emotionally handle that.
Yeah,
I'd be like, yo, let's go watch some Mel Brooks movies, guys. This is fucking bogging me down.
And those movies are beneficial. I'm glad that someone isn't as self-serving as we are and is willing to put aside their own desires to have fun to make serious cinematic fare.
Yeah, at this moment, things we're intimately involved in, I think 50-50s as far as we're leaning away from comedy. But we'll do some action. If we have friends who like horror movies, maybe we'll do one of those, though they scare us.
It also seems honestly, just as an overall thought I tend to have, I think anything could be made funny. And I think that, it's a much less, bold, dramatic endeavor to take something really serious and portray it as really serious. It's a movie Dr. Strangelove or 50-50, or a movie that takes something that you don't want to think about and turns it into something that's very digestible and enjoyable even. I think that's a much greater...
It's harder. You guys have a lot of heart in your movies, and I actually believe that aside from how funny the movies are, one of the reasons that the pictures that you guys have made have been so successful is that there is a lot of heart. How much, as you're conceiving the movie, do you think about theme, and what is it that you want to leave the audience with other than having had a good time and a good laugh?
I mean, that's our main priorities: have a good time, have a good laugh. We're not geniuses. We don't have really deep, incredible messages, and we just kind of stick to what we know. And what we know is our relationships with our wives and our friends.
Yeah,
and just that simple stuff. If I was into space travel, maybe I could have endeavored to do a space thing, but that's just not who we are or what we've done in life, and we just kind of tend to stick to what we know. Superbad was about us in high school, not getting laid, being buddies, kind of just growing up, and Neighbors, though we didn't specifically write the script, working on it, we're all in that stage where some of our friends are having kids and stuff, so we kind of try to stick to whatever stage we're in. It's a formula that works.
And we very much pushed our writers whose movies we're making to really infuse their personal lives and feelings into the movies. We always tell them, there should be some idea in this that you very personally strongly feel, even in This Is the End, it's the silliest movie ever, but it's really about there was themes in it that we had gone through and that we had experienced and that we had very strong feelings about. It wasn't just funny, and whether or not anyone picks up on that, honestly. Like, we don't even know if they're going to necessarily. Like, we always say, like, it'd be nice if they did, but we don't know how prevalent it will ultimately be. But just for us as the ones who have to spend like a year and a half working on it, and for the writers that we're working with, we implore them, like, put something in this that you feel like, put more of your shit in this. Like, you'll like it more, and you'll want to work on it more, and it'll be more interesting.
Yeah, like the Project 50/50 entirely stemmed from Seth and I both telling our friend Will that he'd just gone through an incredible experience surviving a difficult cancer, and he hadn't written anything, but we were just like, you've gone through something that is so relatable and interesting and such a struggle that people will connect with, that you should write a movie. And that whole project came just from the heart of his trouble or tribulations.
Yeah, that was a great picture. That was a great picture. You guys have. I think that the audience really does connect thematically and emotionally, and I think that's, aside from how funny they are, is why your pictures are so successful and so relatable, because they really do strike at real human emotional things that are inside of us, and you guys talk about it. I often think that, Woody Allen says the things that so many of us think.